Georgia's been spectacular, particularly on defense all year. Will anybody beat Georgia this season?
I think they're capable of being beaten, Mark. I think defensively they're giving up 6.6 yards per game, something like 230 yards a game. And when you go on the road, they have a great defense. I think quarterback might be a question mark for them against a real good team. I think Alabama is capable of beating Georgia. I think Ohio State might be capable of beating them. I don't think many other teams in the country are.
At Arizona State University, they're under an NCAA investigation. Will head coach Herm Edwards and athletic director Ray Anderson survive the season?
Well, I think it's contingent upon the athletic director being retained because he's the one that hired Herm Edwards, and he's the one that said Herm can take us to the very top and was the type of individual he wanted to surround the football team. In addition to that, Herm hired predominantly pro coaches. But I thought they would be a great football team this year. I picked them to win that division. They've been one of the big disappointments this year. They're up and they're down, but they're a very talented football team. If the athletic director gets let go, I almost guarantee that Herm Edwards will be let go. If they keep the AD, he will keep Herm Edwards. I take number 6 college situations. Never dared to winner. Never failed to go to a bowl game by the second year at the latest. Never left under the same president, an athletic director that hired me.
You've seen 2 weeks of the selection committee. What are your top 6 teams?
Well, you have to say which Saturday, because each Saturday you have a different team. That's just so many times. You have the same players, but you have a different team. I can't explain to you why, but I think you have to go Georgia number 1. I go Alabama number 2, although they seem to be more vulnerable this year than other years in the past. I think number 3, I go with Ohio State. Number 4, Oregon. Oregon's been very inconsistent. The only time they played a complete game was against Ohio State. They beat them. But if they run the table, they're going to make it. The team that I think that don't really receive the recognition they truly deserve is Oklahoma. It is true that Oklahoma won 6 of their first 8 games by 12 points or less. But once they went to the freshman quarterback, Williams, they've been a different football team. Oklahoma has a chance playing Baylor this week, Iowa State next week, and then finishing up at Oklahoma State. They have a chance to move into the top 4. And I think you have to put Cincinnati in there, although Cincinnati is very, very fortunate to beat Tulsa last week, I think it was. Tulsa had the ball on the 1-yard line. The guy's going in for a touchdown. He slides into the end zone. Instead of diving in the end zone, they wrote him down on the 1, and the guy fumbled on the next play of the game. So they've been very, very vulnerable since the Notre Dame game. They're playing to protect their lead instead of going out. They have 2 very difficult games coming up for them. It wouldn't be real difficult for Georgia, but I'm referring to SMU and Houston.